All right, so if you were to think of a verse that's Jesus commissioning the disciples on how to outreach, of course you would instantly jump to Mark 16:15. Oh, wait. No, it'd probably be Matthew 28, the Great Commission. Well, we could talk about that. We have talked about that. But, I kind of want to go to Mark. I kind of want to go to Mark's version. Mark, he's a little more pithy. Mark's not very verbose. It's only 16 chapters, the last chapter. And I kind of like 16:15 for what we're talking about with outreach. And Jesus said to them, "Go into all the world and proclaim the good news to the whole creation." That's it. That's the message. Matthew, it's more popular. You get the baptize all nations, everything I'm teaching you. And that's great. That's good. That's good. But I worry sometimes the baptizing language kind of creates a barrier of, oh, that's the pastor baptizing, right? But Jesus doesn't do that in Mark here. Go into all the world and proclaim the good news. Anyone can do that. In fact, we all should do that. Coffee's kicking in now. I'm feeling good. Not only that, proclaim the good news to the whole creation. Everything. I think that's an important caveat. Notice he says all the world and the whole creation, right? What does it mean to proclaim good news to creation? Right? And certainly an environmentalist, our faith talks about stewardship of the environment, right? How do we outreach to creation? I love that imagery, right? How do we live to help this creation that we've been charged to take care of by God? How would we welcome good news, right? But also proclaiming the good news to all the worlds. Remember, world's usually used in the Gospels as people. Every nation, if you will. Not just a certain select, but all. How much of all is all? All. So I like this Mark verse because it shows us. Yesterday we kind of had our methods. Maybe the last 2 days we've had our methods of outreach. Today we're hearing our targets, if you will. Everyone, and not just people. This whole existence that we live in. It's like as if outreach is not actions that we do, but rather a way we live our life. That is freed disciples of Jesus Christ. We are empowered to live a life that reaches out to others, that reaches out to everything in this world, that dives fully, not worrying about our salvation because God has taken care of it, but dives into all the existence that we have so we can share that good news. God wants us to outreach while taking in everything. Outreach by sight, outreach by touch, outreach by taste. I mean, sure, make food. I mean, reach out. People love for food, smell, everything. What am I forgetting? Smell, taste, feel, touch, hearing, listening, sharing the good news. God has given us this great creation, this universe to live in. God wants us to reach out into it. God wants to reach out to including part of the creation of the people that God has made, whose lives are bursting with potential, that God wants to live their life fully. We have the good news to help them do that. So just one verse. There's so much there. There's so much. God's given us a lifetime of people in this existence to reach out to. That's pretty cool.